hey there, fellow nerds and ne'er-do-wells, and welcome back to Marrowshaft Nights. Come join us on the dark and seedy streets of your favourite city as we dabble in dice and decency. Well, yes, let's fess up, we were away last week. Did you miss us? I bet you did. But we are back, baby. And before we get going, it's time to introduce the deviants here of varying degrees of quality in no particular order, going round the clock face. First of all, sipping on his whiskey, we have Mr. Cal. Tell the people all about yourself.
Yes, I'm Cal, aka Sealy TTRPG, and you can go to sealyttrpg.com for various comedy and TTRPG related things. I will be playing Barty, the human rogue who has a changeable face. He has been multiple animals, face-wise, over this past few episodes. So far, we've been a cow-faced man, an octopus-faced man. I believe currently is a lion-faced man. So that image that you're seeing just by my face there is incorrect. Just imagine a lion. I'm sure you can do that. Yes, Barty Gwartheg, our favourite rogue, swindler, romancer of the owls. Swindler, that was.
Oh.
Swindler and romancer of owls. There we are. Thank you.
Oh, romancer of owls. Yes. You're more okay. More of a bestial swinger. I see. Okay. Well, thank you very much, Cal. It is lovely to have you on board. Right, moving around the clock face, we have Kat. What are you doing?
Hello. Hi. Yeah, I'm Kat Tulip, and I am playing Willow, who is a centaur barbarian. So she does enjoy hitting things, and kind of, she's quite fun. She likes drinking, and she's just kind of not so much with the swindling. She is learning about crime kits and stuff from Barty, though. And she's learned all about crime.
Yes. Okay.
Thank you for the lion face, by the way, Paul. Our wonderful producer has kindly put a lion emoji face. Yes, that is 100% accurate. That is what Barty looks like.
Are you using your sexy voiceover voice, Cal?
No,
than your
This is my normal voice.
There we go. That's better. You don't need to show off to these people. They're family. Okay. There we go. They're moving around the clock face again. We have the very lovely Kalvin, and you can tell the people all about yourself.
Yes, I am Kalvin, or KFKK, here on Twitch, and you will find me playing Solomon this evening, the human monk. He's an alright monk, not the best, but he's a sponge for learning, and he's learning many things from these people around him. They might not be good things, but he is learning things, and that's the important. And it's also important that no one's died whilst we've been on our adventures. No one at all. Nothing. Let's just gloss over that and move on.
Why did you say the word sponge in a really aggressive way? That you just went
sponge.
That's our rallying.
You've got to get aggressive about your sponges. We take things very seriously in Cake Club.
Cake Club. The first rule of Cake Club. You don't talk about Cake Club, listeners. All right, and last but not least, you keep on working on your icing over there. You just put your lemon drizzle in one cup. Right, anyway, moving swiftly on. Last but not least, we have the delightful Mashashy. How are you doing? That's your new name. Deal with it.
Hi, I'm Mashashy. I will be playing Theo tonight. What do you know about Theo? Well, a few things. You know that she is a bard and she's looking for her muse. She is unfortunately married to Barty against her will. And she is hoping to prove to her muse that it was an accident and hopefully get the blessings of her muse back. If you were here last session, you would know that the opportunity may have arisen for her to do something about it. and she has some thinking to do. Oh, you also know that she's several hundred years old, and she's an astral elf.
And
I
she's
feel like
never
we're
looked
only
better.
just discovering that recently. I thought she was like an appropriate age. Turns out she's like super old.
She's 300, and I think I said 27.
Ooh.
Yeah, she spent some time in the Astral Academy, but decided to leave the astral seas to pursue her muse.
Then
And
fell in
have
love.
some adventures. And
I
yeah,
like that. All right. Well, there you go, listeners. That is all of the characters you're going to be hearing from this evening. Of course, I am AJ, your host and dungeon master. You can usually find me on the Adventurers Anonymous podcast, where I am also the DM. You can find that wherever you cast your pods. But right now, let's dig in to Marrowshaft Nights. A quick recap for those who may not have been here before, or have had a couple of weeks off, or have just completely forgotten the chaotic storyline that has happened. So far in this 4-part adventure, the players have found themselves meeting as apartment friends. Some of them were upstairs, some of them were downstairs in a set of apartments. Due to a set of unfortunate plumbing events, they managed to trash their own apartment and run, fleeing the scene, causing 40,000 gold pieces worth of damages. Thinking they'd gotten away with it, they were wrong, for their landlord came to them with the bill. Not being able to pay, they had to seek other means of generating money. Fortunately, due to narrative reasons, an opportunity arrived for them to enter into the criminal underclass of Marrowshaft, a busy and prosperous city. Now, the underclass of Marrowshaft is called the Underhelm. And at the centre of the Underhelm is a tattered circle, which is the criminal hive of scum and villainy, and it is run by a man called Lascivious Finch, who is a abstaining vampire who runs all of the comings and goings of the criminal underclass. Now, he auditioned them for a role for an up-and-coming job, kidnapping the Bishop Aldrich von Gooch, and they had to impersonate him and deliver a sermon. Now, as a prelude for that, and to interview for the job, the players here, I don't know whether you've seen this, they had to kidnap a naked Giuseppe bunny bear from Marrowshaft Zoo. Now, if you haven't seen that, get yourself over to YouTube and go and check that out, because it's available to stream on demand. So some of the previous episodes, you can see these retrobates trying to kidnap a naked Giuseppe bunny bear. But having done that successfully, they took the last episode to recover in the Three Claps pub, where they had a moment to kind of rest and bath egg, getting in the bath and just soaking his tired muscles. Let's have a think. Solomon, I think, just had himself a good old luxurious rest in a 4-poster bed. Willow just collapsed on the floor in a heap of hoofs. And Willow relaxed by the fire and was visited by a sort of a little, like a nymph, who introduced himself as Snickerdell, the brother of her patron, Bella. And so the party now find themselves in a hotel room, about to set off for the cathedral in the city at the centre of Marrowshaft to try to case the joint, to work out how they're going to kidnap the Bishop Aldrich von Gooch. But there is a lot of questions that the different players need to resolve about their own loyalties, their own connections, and their own motivations for this. But all of that we can unpack in real time. For now, it's time for Marrowshaft. But I've realised I forgot to do all of the announcements because I'm a dumbass. So, a few things we need to do before we get going, listeners. First of all, I need to plug a few things. First of all, we need to promote Ailey Creates, who's done all of the wonderful artwork that you see in front of you. It is spectacular, is it not? She's done a very good job, considering I keep on changing Cal's face. So the next thing we need to promote is the Ampersand D20 Discord server. Get yourself over there if you want to chat to any of us about anything you've heard across the course of this stream, or just meet other like-minded individuals and creatives. There's all sorts of rooms there. Whatever your tastes, you can find yourself a channel to chat to different people about different things. It's a great place. And we also need to promote our YouTube channel where you can find catch-up versions of all of these shows. All of them are available, so you can keep replaying the magical moments you hear on here to your heart's content. But most importantly, across everything that I forgot to do up till this point, is allow Mash to sing the song that she spent fucking ages. So before we play, it would be a really good idea if I shut the fuck up, gave the floor to Mashashy, and let her strum away.
Strum I shall. Right.
No pressure. Have at it.
Escorted to the Three Claps Tavern, to this vampire's lofty penthouse cavern, to rest our tired, weary heads we each readied for bed. In Marrowshaft, our humble home, where demons came and claimed the throne. In Marrowshaft, all right is wrong and devils sing you songs. But grabbed himself a bubble bath, and I called up the tavern staff as Willow ate like it was a race. All a mumbled ordered face face. As people slept, my mind did crawl and wandered through an open door, and offered then to find my muse, and one I can't refuse. The next day we ready for the great outside, and I'm honestly surprised that we're still alive. It's time to kidnap this holy man and enact our wicked plan. My mind is set, my heart is wrought to reclaim what it always sought. In Marrowshaft, in Marrowshaft, in Marrowshaft, you hear them tell how we are damned right down to hell. In Marrowshaft, all right is wrong and devils sing you songs. We sing you pretty, pretty songs, we do.
Yes. Amazing.
Hopefully
As
they
always.
cut it out this time.
How phenomenal was that?
Beautiful.
Get some love to that in the channel, listeners. That was absolutely phenomenal. It's such a privilege to have somebody pen music to every single episode of this nonsense. It's brilliant. Thank you very much, Mash. That's lovely. All right, without further ado, let's get the fuck on with this four-part adventure. This is now episode 6.
It's more than that, I think.
Yeah. I need therapy after this. Right, so you're just leaving the hotel. Lascivious Finch came to collect you, just to tell you to get the fuck on with it. You're as prepared as you are. I believe you actually have a map, unless you've lost it, of the cathedral. And I'm more than happy to give you the key to that again. If you've forgotten all the points on the map, I can share them with you again. But yeah, you're ready as Lascivious Finch informs you that a carriage awaits you outside.
And I wrote down the notes of that we were going to plan to take the tour to scout out the area. You here have dressed up fancy,
As a nun.
like some
yes.
fancy. So I think the idea was that me and Barty were going to take the tour as normal tourists, and then between us we were going to try and work out how to snap the dude, where to hide him. And I've got hidey hole on sight. I wrote notes.
Hidey hole on sight.
Yeah, we were going to find somewhere on sight to shove him.
There was a room we were stuffing him, wasn't there? I think.
Yeah, there was a room with...
Right, there were 3 points on the map. I don't know whether Paul, our producer, is able to share the map on the screen, but if indeed he is, there are, I believe, 5 points on the map that I created. The first of which is the cafe, because even the most evil of cathedrals needs a cafe. The second is the main hall. The third is something called the Burkitt Room, which I can only presume from your musings is the place you're planning on dumping Bishop. The fourth point on the map is called the Chapel of All Souls, where Theo was informed that her patron Bella had a shrine. And the fifth and last point is the entrance hall, as all cathedrals need an entrance hall to them, apparently. So, yeah, have at it. As Lucidius Finch informs you that a carriage downstairs awaits for you to take you to the Umbertata, the Church of Shadows, where the cathedral lives.
All right, let's do this. So, just to
Let's
confirm,
get on with it.
before
Let's
we
get
go,
on.
where me and Willow, I'll do it in character. Me and Willow are going to
There's that sexy voice again, listeners.
survey the area.
We're gonna do the looking.
We're doing the looking, and my lovely wife and my dear friend Solomon will
Oh.
be.
We can surely come on the tour with you, can we not?
I suppose so. You're
I think
looking...
it was more so it wasn't so it appeared more that myself and Theo were separate from the two of you, so we didn't look like we were going in as a group. We looked like we were going as from still taking the tour, but from a more religious educational.
and we're just going to go, you know.
And you're
we're
there
just
just to
gonna be
see it.
Tourists, basically.
hype tourists, you know, amazed by everything. Yeah, so let's do this. We'll stick together. Let's do this. Mr. Finch, thank you very much for this wonderful carriage. As I alight the carriage.
He looks at you. He's holding the door with his pale arm. He's a very gaunt, elderly vampire with lank, greased back, grey hair, liver spots all over him. As he's holding his cat, Miss Drippers, in one arm, as he holds the door for you. He's like, "Yes, well, I thought maybe I could expedite things for you. You've wasted enough time already. Here is a carriage to the cathedral."
Totally not the DM telling the players to hurry the fuck up.
No, I would never do that. That would be a complete travesty of justice. No. No?
What was I missed it? Like, what was the name of his cats? Just
Miss Drippers.
Miss Trippers. Amazing.
Yeah, you were, I think, back in the second episode, whilst you were auditioning for the role to try and win this criminal endeavour. She kept on using the litter tray in the corner, just stinking the place out.
In which case, I think
yeah,
as she's going past Thea, is going to be like, say hi to your kitty cat for me, and thank you. Bye.
Sure, yeah, make me an animal handling check. First roll of the evening.
Oh, is the cat
don't
with
punch
him?
the cat!
Sorry.
Don't punch the cat by
No,
mistake.
I will give the cat some loves. Yeah.
Oh, my lovely
Remember,
wife.
by the way, to people listening to this stream, I believe you can subscribe, donate, and also win initiative for the an inspiration. Even you can win inspiration for the players.
I got a 9.
A 9! As you walk past to get into the carriage, you hold out a hand. You go to pet Miss Drippers underneath her chin as you just hear her. As Miss Drippers like swipes at you, you just on a 9, you just get your hand out the way as claws sling through the air. As you just get a waft of some sort of hideous tunery breath coming from Miss Drippers. As all of you go inside the carriage, you see it is the same carriage with which you kidnapped the naked Giuseppe Bunny Bear, except, amazingly, as a sign of the organisational skills of the Underhelm, it's been pretty well valeted. You could barely even know that you fitted a sweaty bear in the back of here not a mere 12 hours earlier.
Did they manage to buff the burn damage out? That's incredible.
As you're just looking at the bodywork, just in awe. Your bottom
We
lip
really
hanging out.
ruined this. This is impressive work. Impressive
Even
turnaround. for
took off
12 hours.
the zoo logos.
Yes. There's the zoo logos and that person that Willow very kindly run over. There's no remnants of this at all.
Well, put them out of
No,
their
it's
misery.
absolutely phenomenal. Solomon, you bury your face into seating, just, really getting your nose into the upholstery. You can barely even smell the bear. As Barty, you're lucky. You can see there are no longer skull fragments from the street vendor that Willow ran over. So yeah, all round it's a clean carriage. Barely any DNA on it. The same two aggressive looking. And when I say DNA, I do mean the stuff in the jar that Barty was liberally.
Have I got any left? Because
No.
I was very liberal with it.
It's gone. I'm making an executive decision. It is gone.
Make a semen check.
Yeah, make me. Oh dear God, I never thought I'd say this out loud, listeners. Make me an investigation check, please.
As I stare into a jar of mysterious spooge. Here we go.
Don't
that
hold
was
it up to the light and look in.
11.
Get the UV.
11. Yeah, it's starting to go. Do you know, a bit like when you leave mayo out on the side?
Oh my God.
It's gone. No, too soon. Okay. Right, okay. As yeah, it's starting to go a little bit off. Like it might be past its use by date. As you crack the lid, just little flies. Like it's starting to turn. Like you can only keep semen at room temperature for so long, as anyone who has a degree in biomedicine will tell you. So it is owl semen, which means it has a shorter use by date.
Oh, as we all know.
Everyone knows. Yeah.
It has a shorter half-life.
Yeah. We can get into the science of it if you want, but I didn't think the listeners would want to waste an hour critiquing all the different semens of the animal kingdom. So we will put that to one side, wash our hands. There's still, it's starting to coagulate. It's going to be harder to get on things, but there's still probably a single use of the jar, but at disadvantage. So there you go. You asked, I delivered in the most hideous way possible. I
Thank
apologise.
you. I really appreciate that. That's very
Don't
detailed.
cancel
More
me,
detailed than I
listeners. Don't
expected.
cancel me. No, that's fine. I live to entertain you, and that's.
Gross out,
you asked,
Mash.
There we go. Right. Excellent. I need therapy after this. Right. Good. You're quite finised.
Right.
Good.
Shall we away?
Oh, have you got your face out the upholstery?
Yeah, just about.
Yep.
No, I'm still just like. Anyway, this is really nice in here, but it's. We should probably go on, but I really don't want to leave the smell. It's really nice. It's done a fantastic job of getting the sweat out of the velour.
As you bring your face, you've just got a single coin. You found a single copper piece with your lips. You've gone
Nice.
deep diving into the crevices of the upholstery. You can add a
Nice.
single copper piece.
Thank
Right. As,
Well, are you going to be okay getting in? Do you need a hand? Is she okay getting into the carriage? Do we need to put her in the front again?
Well, to be fair to her, she was able to ride and drive the carriage previously, so
that's why I'm
There's
asking.
now-
Is she able to go in the inside bit?
yes.
Okay.
If you
Yeah. There's now a beautiful gnome lady with flowing blonde hair who's on the headboard of the carriage, driving it. She's respectful, and as all good drivers of all good taxis, she's not really interested. Whatever you get up to in the back is your business. She's just there to take you from A to B. As slowly and after some corralling, you manage to get the centaur into the back of a horse-drawn carriage.
With some pushing and, a little bit of wiggling, it works. I'm okay with you guys manhandling, but fine.
As Lascivious Finch gently pushes the door of the carriage shut, just the horse butt pressed up against the glass, as you feel the mechanism click together and the carriage pull away as you hear it moving over the cobbles of the warehouse district. You head off on your early morning journey.
I don't know about you guys, but I feel like Mr. Finch might not like us much.
I don't
think
think
he
that
kind
we
of-
would be his first choice. I think we managed to
Well, I mean,
exceed his
we are the only
expectations in
people
in
who
every way
actually
possible in the wrong
achieved
way.
anything. But we're the only people who achieved. All the other people fell asleep. Well, surely we are the best. And I think he's a bit of a meanie, really.
Don't worry, dear. He's a
We're not a
vampire. He'll
vampire.
forget about us within a couple of days. Like, time is meaningless to those things, you know?
Is that they have goldfish memories? Is that
He's
how
so
it works?
mean.
Well, no, it's just when you live so long, you just tend to not hold grudges like that. You just tend to, move on.
Well, that explains. Wait a minute. Then why do you have such a grudge against me?
Because I've yet to move on, dear.
Ah.
That's because Theo likes you so much she can't move on.
Thank you very much, Willow. The truth, finally. Thank you.
I mean, Willow's saying all of this from the point of view that you're all sitting on the seats. Willow's got her butt crushed against one window and her head sticking out the other window on the far side of the carriage. She barely fits in.
What an
All
image.
fine.
You're starting to get a lot of looks as you're making your way through the different districts. You've just left the warehouse district as the rattling cobbles on the street move way to a smoother tarmac as you re-enter a district you've been to earlier called Fellas Took, which you may remember is the lovely district with white brick houses. It had an artisanal cheese shop in it for those of you who were with us for episode 2, I believe. You make your way through this lovely district. As you look around, you see the early morning risers and businessmen leaving their all white houses and heading off to their places of business as you drive through the centre of Fellas Took.
Beautiful. What's the weather like?
I'm not even going to make you roll. As you it's starting to steam up, like you're starting to hotbox inside there. Quite a lot of condensation as you roll your sleeve up and just squeeze the window. You look out. It's quite a pleasant day, like sort of spring. There's a lovely chirp in the air.
Oh, how pleasant. I'll stick my head out of the window as well if there's room. I'll just sort of squeeze it, like just to the right of Willow's arse cheek. And just
I was going to
sort
say,
of, yeah.
head or arse?
Arse. 100% arse.
Arse.
Which is the name of my first album, by the way.
Sliding the mechanism down for the window, it clicks down as your face and two like horse cheeks poke out the window. As occasionally you have to waft a tail out of your face. You see it is a beautiful spring morning. There is a crispness to the air. Nature is fertile as birds fly through the
Imagine
air.
the wind just like running through my new beautiful mane. Just catching it, slow motion.
Willow's horse butt, the tail and your mane are just intermingling and frolicking with a beautiful fecundity. As you just watch the day. As many people look at you disgustingly as you are in a lovely district and you are lowering the tone.
We've done worse.
Yeah.
Let's not remember Naked Disco Track
Yeah. This is fine.
with a fake mustache on the penis.
Yes. Did you wash that off in the bath?
I don't know. There may be a surprise underneath what I'm wearing right now.
As
Theo
we
just, like,
quickly
looking
pan
out
back to the hotel where one of the bellhops is just trying to mash a filthy plug hole on the bath, just
like some
full
lurking.
of tentacles
Oh,
and a false
no.
moustache.
All your tentacles fell off and you just left them in the bath.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
someone's got to
Yeah.
deal with that.
Calamari,
Yeah.
man.
We had to leave in a hurry, Solomon.
Oh,
There's
no.
just a tabaxi in a French maid outfit, and he's groaning as he's like, just throwing tentacles and a fake moustache into a bucket, mopping out the remains
Feel
of
bad
your
now.
tidewater bath. Anyway, panning back to you're now on the move as you've moved through that district. You're coming up to the edge of the district where the Umbertata, the Church of Shadows, exists, and it is called the Threaded Wheel. And now you can tell there's a certain change in the atmosphere as you make your way out of Fellas Took, the nice district, into the Threaded Wheel. You feel the air drop. Barty, Willow, both of you feel, one on your face, one on your butt, the air drop in temperature as you enter the threaded wheel. Almost the light darkens as you're coming to the very core of the city. And just the atmosphere itself changes. Theo, you look down and you see goosebumps riding on your astral elf skin on your arm as the hairs stand on end.
Ooh.
This is different. Just for reference, just so for me more than Solomon, like how long have the demons been in charge?
It's been not really that long. It's been just shy of probably a decade. So all of you are old enough to remember a pre-rebellion, a life which many would look back and say was better, but in reality probably not. But the demons themselves have congregated towards the center of the city within the threaded wheel and tend to have used the Umbratata, the Church of Shadows, the cathedral where you will be going as a hub. And you can see there's a distinct change in the atmosphere. As you draw closer, you see the vegetation has withered, and what was once lovely bushes is now just sickly and pallid, and in places just sticks and branches. As Barty, you feel a dryness in your throat, an acridness in the air, a sulphurous stench, if you will. As you see for the first time, all of you, the towering center of the threaded wheel, this almost awe-inspiring cathedral of black stone, juxtaposed with these beautiful stained glass windows. You see it towering up into the sky, and what all around you in the city is clear, beautiful, crisp morning. In the center, these almost sickly clouds hovering over the top of the spires of this cathedral. As you still see people coming and going, they have to. You see people of all different ilks. Some are citizens, and some are acolytes and worshippers of the various gods who have come to give their offerings at this, the center of both religion and power in the city.
Theo's gonna go, oh, I've always said these demons are melodramatic. They do host really good parties, though.
I mean, it's an impressive.
As you see that, you see a bunch. You're well aware of the different pantheons of gods, and Thea, you see some acolytes of the god Hispus, who is the god of lust. As you see, like 4 slutty-looking party elves, 2 men and a lady. The followers of Hispus tend to wear like quite, like a lot of leather gear. I think Mad Max, but slightly more couture. You kind of got the. Got the vibe. Amazing how people always wear S&M gear in
it's
like
the
a
go-to.
post-apocalyptic. Yeah, E-Man rocked it.
Are we able to like not be dropped off at the door? It would be nice to separate before we arrive.
Yeah, that would actually.
You can knock on for the little gnome lady who's riding.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, Theo's gonna. Excuse me, can we stop, please?
She's like, yeah, all right, yeah, not a problem. I'm just here to take you from A to B. What, here?
Yep, yeah, just a little bit far away from the cathedral. We don't want to be on the door, please.
No problem for me. This place gives me the fucking heebie-jeebies. As she pulls over on the side of a road, just crushing a rat under a wheel, you just see it go.
Oh.
As she's like, you good?
No, that's good. Yes, thank you. Right. So we need to get out of the carriage. Let's try and she'll like really like try and open the door for Willow to go out, and she's trying to be really helpful and friendly and nice.
Full butt first.
So you want to go butt first? Okay, definitely. Yeah, let's do that.
Full butt first out in a sort of a bit of a. You gotta get up and be like, it's okay. I'm good. I'm good. It was fun.
Make me an athletic skill check.
Or athletics. Okay. Do athletics. 18.
Oh, yes.
18.
Nice.
Pop out, firing Barty out before you. Barty just flung onto the curbside as you
Oh.
just slide out of the carriage backwards.
That's how we make an entrance.
Well done.
Fantastic. I'm Thea, are you in the back of the carriage with me now? Because now
I think
Barty's
only me and
outside.
Barty are outside at the moment.
Yeah,
Yes,
I'm
that's right.
just gonna poke Thea in the shoulder. So, you real? You're not being you.
No, I'm just really
What's-
excited to get into the cathedral. It's been so long since I've been able to pray. As a monk, I'm sure you're aware it's it's good to get into your religion.
But I mean, we don't really have much of a religion from where I am.
Do you not have any
It's more-
gods or pantheons or?
We kind of do, but it's more just respect for the land and the forest itself. There's no sort of one particular deity that we pledge our allegiance to. Our allegiance is to the forest and the surrounding villages to keep them safe. Yes, you're just being surprisingly nice.
I'm just in a good mood. It's hard not to be in a good mood when I'm going to the cathedral. I'm so excited
Okay.
to go pray. Honestly, it's been so long since I have been to a cathedral. Like Barty just was no help in getting to here at all. I had no idea
Okay.
where it was.
Oh, okay. I mean, you have been. I mean, you've been making it very clear that this could be something of benefit to you. So, okay, that makes sense. So, he's pretty gullible. He's gonna eat that up and walk away. Carry on.
You don't want to make an inside check. You're more than welcome to make an inside check. Almost like there's mechanics built into.
Yeah,
the
no, I
game.
know. I'm genuinely trying to think.
If he would.
I think he's too naive. I don't
Okay.
think he would. I think he'd take
Lovely character.
Thea at her word.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. So as you two finish your discourse, you disembark from the carriage as all of you nod towards the gnome lady who ties back her hair in, she gets her hairband out and pulls her beautiful flowing blonde hair back into a bob as she holds out her hand, coughing.
Barty, pay the woman.
I suppose so. I'll give some, however much it is, plus tip.
It's a tip. So she's just coughing.
However,
For the tip, she just wants the tip, dude.
Yeah. Oh, fine. I'll just give. How much you want?
2 copper or something. I
Just
can't
looks at
remember.
you. You see her
Step
tiny
forward and
shoulders
give her a
just
gold
sag, and
coin.
she's like, "All I want's your
At this
respect."
point, Willow's just going to step forwards and give her a gold coin and be like, I don't know, is that the right amount?
Yeah, sure. As you just see her check it in her teeth, she secretes it away on her body. As you've never seen a carriage wheel spin before. As you see sparks blazing off the horses as she pulls a 180, just swinging the back end of the carriage round and back out of dodge. You can tell this lady is not altogether comfortable with being in the threaded wheel. As you're left standing on the pavement looking at all of the various denizens, you see people, you see acolytes from the various gods. Now, amongst all of you, you're aware that there are various patrons. You've already seen followers of Hispus, the god of lust, who tend to be wearing leather, kind of quite suggestive kind of leatherware. And you see them, they're all quite beautiful and lively. You see followers of Breville, the god of anger. You see Breville's followers tend to be in quite aggressive plate armor wear, with kind of flesh trophies on them. You see one of them is wearing a scarf made out of entrails, which are still dripping victuals over the front of his down the front of his helm. You see followers of the twin gods of pestilence known as Gag and Gurgle, who are brothers, who are the sort of like antithesis of pestilence itself. And you see people wearing around looking very sort of paunchy and slightly sweaty. They're wearing decaying, rusting armor and decomposing moldy leather. And also, quite juxtaposed, you also, quite surprisingly, because they're quite rare, you see followers of the god of admin, who is called Cefax. And they wear like suit and tie, as you see these quite well-to-do people walking down the street, sort of just walking around, the followers of Hispus Breville and Gag and Gurgle. So quite a menagerie, if you will, quite a smorgasbord of worshippers and followers, some coming, some going, as you stand on the pavement staring up at the Umbratata in front of you. It's about 150 meters in front of you.
Well, shall we away and scope this place out and see what we can see?
Yes, I'll go get us some tickets and.
Oh, Barty.
Yes, I'll be right there.
Well, no,
yeah.
they're going to go get their own tickets. We're going to go and hang out, Barty. And
Oh, right, yes, of course. Sorry. Yes, I'll go over and go to the ticket person or tour guide or whoever it is, and I'll just say I'll have a ticket for myself for the tour of the whole lovely building that you got here, and for my wife, Cheval here.
Yes.
Where have you gone? Have you just walked into the entrance hall?
He's just got to go buy a ticket. Just walked off.
You didn't
Go
roleplay
buy-
that in any set. You're literally 150 meters away from it. You just walked up to a bush and asked it for a ticket. Where are you?
Just a stranger, just like, oh, are you not the ticket person?
As
Barty.
a follower of Cefax, the god of admin, is like, no, I am not. But yeah, you can't miss it. Front door.
Apologies, I'm very confused.
Question.
I can tell.
Yes.
Do you like to collect wives or something? Because I don't think I have to be your wife.
Mm,
Does that make you feel
well.
more comfortable in the role play if I'm your wife?
Well, you see Barty just sort of shuffle and just check his pocket a little bit, and then he'll be like, "Collect wives? I don't know what you mean." Cheval.
Paul's moustache just pulls out of his left trouser leg.
Okay, so I will be your wife, Cheval, for today. Come along, husband, and she's going to take Barty's arm and walk off.
Call me Poulet.
Come along, husband, Poulet.
Correct. Thank you. I think we look quite
Poulet
good
and
together.
cheval.
Yes.
A lion and a horse. Yes.
Well,
yes. This looks like Crufts
Pou-
met the Grand National.
Yes.
Can't wait for this. This is going to be absolutely phenomenal.
When those
Okay.
two get denied entry, we'll just sneak
Yes.
past you.
Yes, I
Most
think
of
we
her
yeah,
You two are
Fuck
hanging
off.
back, are you?
Yeah.
Theo
Yes,
and
we'll
Solomon are
hang-
hanging back.
we'll hang back a bit to
The
have a bit of
idea
distance.
To be
is that
fair.
me and Barty are going to go first, and then Thea and Solomon are going to go a little bit after, so that we're not together.
All right. So as you make your way, Poulet and Cheval, if you will. Dear
Oh,
God,
now you
this is
remember
just-
names.
But-
Yeah, right.
Ow! Ah, it hurts.
Shots
so much.
fired! Shots
I'm
fired!
sorry. Just let me weave together this magical universe out of thin air, why don't I? Oh, it's no burden. Don't worry, I'll just keep 7,000 facts, figures, names, an entire pantheon in my own brain. Can I remember my son's birthday? No. Why? Because I remembered the order of the fucking planets in a make-believe city. No! God damn it. Right, rant over. Anyway, sure. Okay.
That felt like it was a long time
Cheval.
coming, that
Yeah,
outburst
I
there.
know.
That's been building up
Yeah.
inside you.
I'm disappointed. My therapist will be so angry with me. Right.
Cathartic.
Better have been worth it. Yes. I'm going to say it one more
Oh,
time.
yeah,
just
me
to
and
really
Barty are
get
gonna
it in.
make our
Poulet
way.
and Cheval.
Poulet.
As
and
you
cheval.
make your
Poulet
way
and Cheval
towards
are
it,
gonna
you see
make
the
their way
throngs of
to the
throngs of
entrance.
people. Getting closer and closer and closer. You see the hubbub and hustle. It's a real focal point of the city of Marrowshaft. Spiritually, like politically, a lot of things come through the Umbratata as you feel slightly less at ease the closer you get to its magnificence itself. As with all tourist attractions, of course, you get the sort of bullshit. You have people hanging around offering, dressed in various garbs, and to, allow you to take photos with them for touristy bits. You see people selling t-shirts saying I heart Umbratata, and various bits of commerce like that. As you see the quite scary double doors, the ginormous they're about 20 feet tall, these giant oaken doors at the front of the cathedral that tower over you as you see the throngs coming and going with all sorts of different denominations and gods.
Jeez.
As we walk past the seller selling the I Heart Umbratata t-shirts, how much are the t-shirts?
They sell a range. Like, they've got a crop top, which is available for 2 silver pieces. They've got pretty much everything you kind of want. They've got beads, they've got bibs, they've got t-shirts.
Can
they
I
even
please
have
get
an I
a,
Love Umbratata sarong.
Oh, that sounds interesting. I'd like
Have they
an
got
I
an
love.
Umbratata in a snow globe?
Oh, that's beautiful.
Make me a persuasion check.
God.
I'd like an I love CFAX beanie.
Roll amazing.
Hang on, we'll get to that.
I hate
So-
you dice. That's a 7 for me.
7. He's like,
Yep.
I'm sorry, mate. I don't. I've got a crochet set if you want from Breville, the god of anger. What you do is you take entrails and you just crochet them together, and he lifts up this kind of sloppy kind of entrail jumper as he's like,
Fuck Breville.
do you want to do? Can I interest you?
I think
in
I'm okay. Thank you, though. I mean, that's very.
all right.
It's
Oh,
ingenious.
all right.
Wise
cater
choice,
for
Solomon.
everyone.
You don't want to know where they came from. They are not
Well,
ethically
Hi,
sourced.
Hi, Mr. Seller. I would like to buy 2 I Love Umbratata crop tops for me and my husband, Poulet. Please and thank you.
All right, and you see he's a follower of Hispus. He's in like a leather lederhosen. As he just moves one of the straps, you see he's got like leather burn. As he just takes some like cream and just liberally applies it to his leather burns. He's like, he just flies it back on. He's like, I'm sorry, the things I do. Yeah, 2 crop tops, 4 silver pieces. We don't
You
have
know what?
changing rooms, of course, as this is
Here's
an
a
open
gold
air.
piece, and use that
Oh,
rest
great.
of it to, because you've got a bit of chafing and it looks sore.
I do have
sweetheart. So you-
chafing.
Use the rest to just get rid of some of that chafing for you.
As he just rubs gold on his chest. I like the sound of this.
Use the
Just
rest
the
to
cream